Russian forces have launched a full-scale invasion of Japan, successfully capturing Tokyo, Osaka, and very soon the sectors of Obama and Masuda will fall to Russian troops as they push further to the west. Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here, and welcome back to Wargame Red Dragon. The Climb Mount Noranaya campaign continues. As American forces are approaching, they're steaming on their wonderful vessels. The USS Enterprise and other naval ships are coming to the rescue of Japan. But Russia has successfully captured a majority of the country so far and only has a few more sectors to capture in order to be successful. We're going to start with the Battle of Obama here today, where a heavy tank force and also helicopters are going to fight, as well as the 9th Guards Rifle Regiment against Japanese forces in the area, not to mention Masuda, where a naval landing is taking place as well. So if you want to see more of this and you can't wait to see more Wargame Red Dragon, go ahead and blow up that like button. And welcome to all of you new subscribers here today. It is a pleasure to have you all with us. So let's go ahead and begin with the Battle of Obama. We're going to try to fight the enemy back here as we capture a very important intersection for our invasion. Once we capture this section, we should be able to go south and north to capture these two sectors and continue capturing the remainder of mainland Japan and then the remaining islands just off the coast that are going to pose a threat for American invasion and also reinforcement. Let's go ahead and launch our battle here as we fight against the Japanese Defense Force that is going to try to hold us back. We'll see how successful they are. Our tanks won't arrive here for a few days, so we do have a little bit of an advantage of morale points over the enemy, just barely. And we're going to, I guess, lay down the pain as we have lots of enemy units approaching us. We're going to go ahead and call our FOB back here. We're going to try to block the enemy forces at this intersection at center. So it's going to be very important for us to have our command locked in here and see if we can go ahead and hold the Japanese forces back. We're going to need a lot of helicopters to push back all of their forces that push through. You're going to see a lot of light vehicles coming, and the best way to take them down is with light rockets. And so we're going to get KA-29 TBs here that have lots of rockets ready to strike the enemy. Let's go ahead and also get some recon units up. It should be good to have a Mi-24K there, and we also need to have some infantry to defend that sector, and we do need reinforcement here as well. Now that I think of it, we might actually need to have ourselves a lack of recon just for a quick second before we make a change to a few things. I'm going to go ahead and buy another command unit or not another command unit, but we will need to, I think, have some more infantry around here. We have our command there. We're going to need anti-aircraft, though. We have seen the enemy equipped with, look like aircraft of some sort, so let's get Biryusas up to go ahead and stop that from happening. And we do need a recon vehicle of some sort up in order to identify all those vehicles. So perhaps we can bring up back the, let's see, let's get rid of one of these Biryusas, and that should be enough for the Mi-24K. All right, without further ado, let's get started. The battle shall begin. Go! All right, Japanese forces are occupying Totori and also Tsuyama. It looks like there's a lot of vehicles moving this way. We have our BMP-2s in defense. Let's go ahead and move them into the forest here. And our helicopters are on the way to deal damage to all of those approaching units. Mitsubishi Mats and other ATGM and anti-aircraft weapons are moving, I'm sure. BMP-2s are already firing their autocannons. Beautiful. Convoy has been stopped. Looks like the enemy has dropped a lot of bombs on us. Goodbye to some of the infantry there and transports. And we're shooting down F1s. Beautiful. We lost some BMPs, but our Biryusas have done a good job in stopping and damaging those aircraft. Wow, but even more, look at that. The destruction. Looking at the enemy composition helps you to deal with it. Look at that. That is insane. Let's get some more friendly helicopters up to deal with this. As our helicopters are firing 7.62 on some of the infantry down there. And tanks are moving from the other side. BMP-2s are hitting them as hard as they can. ATGM's coming out for BMPs to finish off some of those heavier vehicles and tanks and troop transports. Wow. Well, a complete stop of the Japanese attempt of steamroll through our sector at center. Enemy tanks still pose a threat, though, and are causing damage. Best weapon we have to stop them right now is our troop transports. BMP-2s. Alright. More rockets are arriving here. We do want to keep these BMP-2s defended, but we have plenty of VDV, and it's more important that they stay away from the infantry and the command. Here comes the aircraft again. If they spawn anything for a brief second, they try to bomb it. But there you go. So what happens to anything they try to bomb, is it pretty much gets shot down right away. Beer use is not very expensive, nor very useful for us. I'd rather see the Tunguska that we had from before for some of our tank forces. As soon as they arrive, we'll have heavier anti-tank weaponry here, and anti-aircraft weaponry, which will be much better. Mi-24 VP trying to land some hits here. Probably better for him to hit with the 80 millimeters. Alright, let's call out these helicopters. And let's go back to the FOB. We're about to see helicopters get completely out of ammunition yet again. And we need these Russian Marines to do what they can. Or motor streliki, rather. Just regular mechanized infantry. There we go. Now, a loss of some transports, but nothing in comparison to what the Japanese just lost. And now we have the opportunity to strike back at some of their command sectors. So let's get our helicopters up and see if we can take out Tsuyama. And I would push north towards Totori then if we can. And it looks like the Japanese have no intention of even trying to do any sort of naval movements here. Beautiful. Alright, let's get them to flee. Some very good opening moves here. Let's get that recon closer. Look at this. Of our losses, this is nothing in comparison to the Japanese. The amount of tanks and troop transports that were just decimated before they even had a chance to move. Incredible. Ka-29s are rearming. Lots of rearmament going on. Careful, boys. Japanese troops there. We don't want to get caught up in any of that. And that's more than likely a Japanese command moving north. Alright, let's get some more recon up if we can. I need something in form of a helicopter to keep up with our helicopter troops. But then again, if you stun it, you can gun it. Looks like the enemy's moving out of Tsuyama. Still don't want the motor strategically to be caught out in the open. Alright, I believe that's an enemy command there that they're pinning down. Enemy command destroyed. Oh, wow. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, a full enemy retreat. Excellent. All units destroyed. The 2nd Central Tank Regiment and the 17th Infantry Regiment both destroyed by the Guards Rifle and the helicopters even before the tanks had a chance to arrive. Fantastic. The Battle of Obama over now, and the enemy is now caught between a rock and a hard place. So long as we can close the door at Masuda, we've then captured all of these forces between us, and if we win, we will decimate all those forces. We can then move south to Morigame and then Nankoku in order to get a huge political point boost by capturing that harbor there. And then we can start landing some of our forces, pushing them to the north here, towards the east to fight, or rather the west, for reinforcements that may be coming to the east. But it doesn't look... Oh, it actually does seem like they are connected. Actually, now that I see there is an arrow there. But I doubt that the enemy is going to be reinforcing from this direction. If we start invading over here, it's very unlikely that forces from Yamaguchi may be going over there. They're probably only going to push their reinforcements to the east, in all likelihood. Ah, look at this. We now have ourselves a interesting naval landing at Delta. We have a point where we can capture here, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a lot of Japanese light vehicles again, a lot of light infantry. So at the most, we have ourselves VDVs with BTRDs, which aren't that great against enemy tanks, but the... no, most of this stuff is not going to be too good against enemy tanks, but we do have the support of T-55 AMVs, which might be able to land somewhere nearby. Alright, let's go ahead and launch the battle. We now have a naval... Okay, we won that battle. Fantastic. Wonderful. Enemy retreated. Well, that was way too easy. Okay. I had no idea. They just bailed. I was totally settling in for a large naval battle. Okay, it looks like we... the enemy forces saw our tanks and troops coming and have completely bailed out. Can we go on a secondary attack? It does look like we have the ability to attack the enemy in the flank. We're going to have to go down to Yamaguchi before we push over to Hiroshima. We really need to take advantage of this right now. The enemy's huge loss here. Well, it looks like the enemy has several air forces. It looks like the 1st Tank Regiment and the 33rd Infantry Regiment here. I'd hate to go east now and do this, but it seems like if we go east, they won't be able to retreat. Then we can come back west. I just don't want our naval sector to be captured. Let's continue to move our forces around. I don't actually think... Can we move this force here? Interesting. Alright, well, we got to do something in order to maintain control of the field here. If we push here, we won't have naval superiority, or we won't have air support, and we won't have reinforcement from this way. I don't think these two groups can do it together. Maybe they can. Let's see what the enemy's forces consist of. 15-point and 40-point tank. That's pretty good. What do we have for tanks ourselves? Naval Infantry Regiment has T-55 AMVs times only 4. Lots of actually ATGMs with a 45% infantry accuracy for the infantry. Let's go ahead and show the map here. If we invade, we'll be capturing this area, and they'll have to come across the bridges. This is doable. Let's at least hit them. Let's do something. I wish we could push straight south to the airfield, but we can't do that just yet. And that's way too many forces for us. So let's get a battle in. Our naval landing was successful. We'll push over this direction then. And it doesn't look like we can land any air support either. F4JE, those are basically just air superiority. Oh, but with napalm bombs, though we do have we actually do have some anti-aircraft missiles with us. Okay, let's fight at Totori then. Or Totorai. Don't know. Let's go. Don't want to auto-resolve. Let's launch that battle. If we win here, the enemy will be completely crushed, and all these forces will be gone. So now we have the ability to defend on this side of all of the... Wow, this is going to be great. They're going to have to come across from all these river crossings. We might need more than one command, though. Do we have the ability to call out infantry commands? We do. Might be a better idea to have them. That's going to be way better. We can try to capture Anna. And if we capture Anna, the enemy will... boy, that's a really big thorn in their side. That's 2 bridges that will cover that. Half of their ability to cross will be immediately removed. These T-55s are no good. ASU-85s are actually decent. We need to keep them away from the ATGM infantry then. So let's go ahead and get some of these ATGM troopers deployed. Should be able to hold them back. Alright, we're going to hold tight here and see what we can do. We have Russian Marines at our disposal. So let's get 2-man squads. I believe it's 15-man squads, so we'll see 30 men in each building. And I think we just want to block enemy movement. Still a lot of points to spend. No air support or anything. These ASUs are okay. Really want to push into Anna. Enemy aircraft can drop napalm, but that's about it. We're very limited on our recon, too. Alright, we want that to be our aggressive assault force there. Don't think we'll need a FOB this time. Actually, we will. If we fire all of our ATGMs, we're going to actually need a FOB. We've been keeping them because of our helicopter use recently, and we'll need them for all the missiles that we'll fire from our... Oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh, this is a reinforcement point. Okay. So we can go ahead and cut that UAZ as well. All right, our tanks. I don't really trust our tanks as much with all the aircraft out there. BM-21s. Ah, Strelaws. Good. Keep some Strelaws in town. And we'll also keep BM-21 Grads ready then. Though I think we'll be way too close to actually effectively use them. Well, we may as well get out the rest of our tanks. I guess it's the only other thing we can do. I'm going to try to push into Anna at the very most and try to hold that sector. Maybe we can bring some of our infantry up to do that after we gain some points. Let the battle begin. Alright, let's go ahead and attack north. Looks like the enemy may have bailed from there, but we'll see. Let's get all of our troops deployed. Grads are ready. Let's go ahead and fire on... how do we force fire here? I'm going to blind fire on Elena, just to see if we can damage a command. They might have a light unit there. We're going to have our troop transports flee from here. Everything's going to be done on foot now. Is that an artillery piece? Possible ATGM getting ready to fire. Stop our forces here. Oh, that is an enemy artillery. Oh. Never mind, that's our artillery. I thought that was an artillery piece over there. It is. Alright, no one dead in that barrage. Fantastic. Elena's getting hit. Hopefully that causes some confusion. Boy, I can't really move much without infantry support. And infantry support is in crappy transports. Alright, ASUs are, of course, airborne. They're basically dropped by like a... I suppose they could be moved by helicopters, but more importantly, they're just parachuted out. Alright, we see napalm dropping. Alright, ASU getting hit by our friendly little MSSR over there, a little multiple missile launcher. We're going to go ahead and flank then. A couple ASUs killed by a flame, or more importantly, probably the artillery. Okay, let's get these units over here. We're going to hit that thing in the flank. Let's get the Marines ready to take that position as well. And we'll get a command ready to capture. Rameling Cloak engaged. MSSR is bailing. Okay, let's see if we can get a line of sight on some of these units. We just need a clear shot, essentially. Anna's going to be a very good position to capture. I don't know if we can push it up to Elena, but that'd be good too. Let's go ahead and get ready for more infantry. Mix things up a little bit here. Enemy command spotted. Let's go for that. Disregard the MSSR then. ASUs, are they amphibious? No. Alright, T-55s need to move out of that flame right away. I believe an enemy command may have fled or has been eliminated. I'm not sure if we... I believe that's the enemy recon there. And T-55 was hit by infantry. Buntai coming through. Okay, we'll pull back for that. Wow, they're actually closing in faster than the tanks can retreat. Boys, you gotta keep moving. The infantry's getting some nice one-and-dones in there. Alright, the new kid's in town now. The moment that infantry arrives, the napalm should be burning itself out. There it goes. We need to eliminate all this Japanese troop movements, really. Now, of course, we could go through a whole prolonged siege of the town and drop smoke and do all the things. But we need to just capture it right now. Okay, Japanese napalm again. Alright, proceed on foot and eliminate those forces. Alright, we've captured the town. Just need to clean up a little bit. I think that's a 40-point tank over here. Alright, we have some decent Japanese tanks coming our way. Alright, let's get everything deployed. Okay, enemy tanks are coming in. I don't know why enemies smoking out there all of a sudden. Alright, very good with the transports. It looks like we're going to have to get out of there with the transports. Enemy tanks are coming in now. Watch for the napalm, just keep moving. Alright, Instack, one and dunning. Why the command's not in the... There we go. Alright, just what we planned for, to be surrounded by the Japanese. No, stay there. We're blocking the Japanese on the left and the right. No tank support, aside from just 4 of them. Not too bad. Fire on those tanks, boys. Wow. ATGMs are not hitting anything. Okay, we're pulling back a bit. We're going to lock down that intersection. Alright, hit what you can. Come on up here. Our troops are, it's essentially infantry only here. And they're even hitting us, our infantry with tanks and such. But we've done a great job in preparing for an initial attack, which never came, and then moving that attack up to stop these forces here. We have so much infantry, but not a lot of places to hide them. T-55 is now finally coming up to finish those guys off. We should have ATGMs hitting some of these in the flank. Fantastic. Alright, a loss of some men, but way more losses for the Japanese in terms of equipment. Okay, apparently one of our tanks self-destructing as it got a little close to a flame. It was a whittle hot. That's some BS. He was out of that. He was out of that napalm. All right, time to bring up some supplies. Should be able to hold now for the remaining Japanese onslaught. Pretty good. We were given tons of troops to deal with this in this exact method. And I'm not going to advance out in the open or anything with that, but these troops are actually ready to go. We'll bring them up onto defense. Strelas can now come up. We've been hit enough by aircraft. But I surely wasn't going to lose them with all those in-stack tanks we were facing. In-stack 2 and through on an in-stack 1 and done. Those ASUs are not the best. They're getting instant by artillery, but that's the idea of our current doctrine, is that we need to move light and fast. More Japanese troops coming in now. Okay, reinforcements are arriving. Artillery will come back soon. Boy, for this force being like severely outnumbered like they are, not too bad. Those infantry out of there. Nice, ATGM's going out to hit the enemy recon. Beautiful. Enemy artillery is hitting our tanks, trying to blind them. Japanese still counterattacking. We're still in the midst of a Japanese counterattack. Are they actually going to try to napalm oh, they tried to hit a Jeep. Well, watch out. Remember, the blast radius in napalm is about that big, apparently, according to our last T-55. Flames got a little hot to our metal, and it melted. No, it didn't. Alright, grads are ready again. Let's go ahead and hit these units here that are just parked. They're sitting in a nice spot. Wow, we have so many points to spend, but I don't want to advance just yet. We have 9 minutes. I guess it is time for us to advance. Let's bring everything we got. Let's spam it out, man. This is exactly what we have to do here. All right, more enemy transports on the way. Let's bring our tanks back. There we go. Look at that. Alright, now we have tanks coming in yet again. So let's get into that town and get ready. Ooh, they're trying to instack on all recon now. This is typically why I don't spend points on recon, other than maybe 1 or 2 pieces, because the enemy will just immediately prioritize it. It's expensive and it's instantly attacked by the enemy. They'll always go for that first, and it's just very difficult to... you don't really need recon when you know they're coming for you. I've been calling it out the whole time. Why is our infantry stuck on the bridge? There are so many enemy tanks that have been destroyed on the bridge. They're actually blocking the bridge. I couldn't defend against a too many carcasses. Get out of there before you get hit by artillery. Here comes the... Oh, we lost the Strela too because of that? They're still attacking with too much stuff. I wasn't able to get my troops in because of the blockage on the bridge. Look at that. The bridge is blocked. I can't anticipate for those types of tactics, folks. Alright, our supply point is fine. Minimal losses on anti-aircraft, guns, and infantry. These aren't that bad. This is way better than losing a tank. Okay, let's get ready to hit them over here. As soon as we hit them there, then we're going in for an attack. Yeah, you guys come over here too. Let's hit them this way. Boy, what a mess. I was not able to get all my forces across due to just craziness. And you guys are smoking a little too late, I think. Let's get some more infantry supply in there for our Urals. Our Urals will bring that in for the troops. Good job, boys. Despite all the craziness of war, that has been a fantastic attack and defense. I'd much rather them attack there because there's only 2 bridges than here where there's 3 or 4. Good work. Alright, the Grad's almost ready. Recon's going up first. Alright, despite the instack one and dones of the tanks and the ASUs, we've done splendidly. The enemy's morale has plummeted insanely. They've actually lost a pretty good part of the map. Very good. Alright, let's begin our attack. By the time that artillery is firing, we should be moving right in on the position. Okay, we finally have our full defense up. Excellent, we're hitting light tanks with the Factoria. Nice work, boys. Okay, we see where all the mess is. I don't know why Recon can't see units before they can see that. Alright, we're going to wait for the mess of missiles to come in. Alright, there we go. Missiles finally coming in to do damage to the... Ooh, good. The Kokyo is broken off. Lost line of sight there briefly. despite not having tank superiority or air superiority, we've done amazing. This is going really well. Still need more supply. Japanese are desperate to hit us. I believe that's Japanese Special Forces. Or it was. Let's flank around these forces and find their command. Let's have the BTRD punch right through and find a command. Well, we might not be able to win this one, but we will definitely be able to grab some good ground. Let's bring up a UAZ, see if we can capture Elena. There goes the command. It's fleeing and GGing. Good job, boys. Punched another one out. See if we can get a random kill on a command here. Excellent. Very good. Yep, push right through the napalm. No time to stop. Let's pursue everyone on foot. It'll be harder for those napalm bombers to hit if the infantry's out in the open like that. So again, that was a napalm bomber prioritizing recon over infantry. So they will always go for the recon first. Why hasn't it exploded? Apparently we're still in the epicenter of the napalm. Alright, let's get that unit there. Alright, let's see. We've got cargo trucks out in the open. Not really interested in hitting that. BTRDs. Look at that convoy. Spam v spam is really what this is. Wow, look at them go. Chase them down, boys. Right, we'll see if we can find this other command in center. I think they've lost most of their forces. They counterattacked and defended with what they had, but I think we've seen the end of the Japanese forces here now. Oh, still stacking on all that stuff? Okay. We don't need recon anymore. We do not need it. We know where they're at. I know where the enemy is. We just got to find commands. The best way to find them is literally just to drive them out of the area and get close to them. That's a surefire way. You know you're on the track. Wow, look at that. All right, we need to cancel our grad firing, so we've already captured this area. Let's go ahead and fire up here then. There goes another command. That one is hauling ass out of there. Only we had some choppers, huh? Well, we've made them flee out of all the areas that we captured. That's wonderful. Stop and get that command. Damn, just a few extra seconds and we would have had a kill of a command and also some more, actually 2 more commands. A draw? I don't think so. First tank regiment has been destroyed, and we've caused some real havoc to the enemy. Look at that, boys. Took a lot of losses, too, with just infantry and some light vehicles, but not too bad. And then we can start from Echo in the future, so we'll be able to hold those areas for next time. I was trying to get a command in there so we could have it at the start, but what we can do is try to send infantry up there from the beginning and have them fall upon us. But they've lost their first infantry, which means they really don't have much to fight us with up there anymore. And then we can switch our turns here and go to the next one. So it looks like the enemy... Oh, actually, wait. There's really nothing much here aside from recoilless rifles. Oh, they might even bail on the next attack. All right, everyone, that is it for this turn here today. I will see you next time for the start of turn 2. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you, everyone, for your support for the invasion of Japan. And I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everyone. Bye.